All righty. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday.
I was trying to hide.
AJ needed a second for his coffee, so I'm going to pass it on over and hope everyone's having a great morning so far.
Wait, talk about the pump.
No, you talk about the pump. You're the expert. I'm not here to
Talk about Trump buying burgers with Bitcoin.
Well, it would have taken at least a half hour. So I think there was some backlash on that a little bit.
Network.
He should have used Algorand.
Hey, should have shopped with Algorand. Good point. Good point. Love you, Jay. Thank you. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Thursday, September 19th. Wow, so many things have happened in the past 24 hours. My brain is like a little fried right now, but I will try my best to calibrate for this show. First of all, yesterday was wild day. The shout out to the Blonde Broker, shout out to Jenna X, Tactical Investing, people who won their fights at Karate Combat. That was super cool. I know everybody's having a really good time in Singapore. I wish I was there, but you can't make it to every conference. But next year, certainly I'll make it out there. I will be going to Permissionless in Salt Lake City, and I will be attending the Karate Combat there. It will be my first fight under the media deal with them. So I'm super excited to be on the Karate Combat team, and hope anybody that comes to the conference, make sure you come say hello. All the things like that. Amazing stuff. So there's some news. There's some news. All right. And so I look at Twitter this morning, and the first thing I see is my best friend facing off with this 7-foot-tall human specimen with a lot of pins, and then they dance. I don't understand the dance part. I don't understand that part. But the face-off was something. The face-off was something special, and then I decided to do a little tweet about it. All right, and what I said was, every time Ben takes a fight, I'm like, bruh, for real? You sure? You good? And he gives me the sideways ass look, as if I'm the crazy one for even remotely doubting him. And as one of his real friends, I'm here to tell you that BitBoy isn't even 1,000% scared. In fact, he knows he's going to win 3-0. Realize if Ben wins this fight, you guys, he will be 3-0. 3. He's already won 2 fights. And it's because he got heart. He has heart. I don't care what any hater says. I don't care what any, first of all, haters made him famous, first of all. Second of all, you can't take it away from him. He's not scared. He's really not scared. And guys, I trained MMA for 5-6 years when I was 18, 19 into my early 20s. And I understand that game better than most people. And the whole IFC influencer fight thing, it's funny because you think to yourself, wow, I know dudes that have been that are BJJ brown belts that, that won't ever make a penny fighting, that would just destroy all these influencers bad. But the fact that these influencers are you know what, I got 4 months, I can do it. And they train up and they go in there and they give it hell, man. I think it's cool. I don't think, I think everybody got some fight in them. And it is interesting to see, okay, all right, this guy got some heart, this guy doesn't, and when it comes to Ben, guys, I've seen some fights in my life. I've been in a handful, and Ben just pushes forward relentlessly. He doesn't give a shit. He's just yeah, my chin's here, I don't care. And he's just gonna punch you, and he throws it from here, and somehow he connects it. And he has gotten better progressively in his time of training, and I'm excited for him. I really am. And it's in Dubai. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out there, but I am certainly going to root for him. Maybe we'll do a watch party on the channel or something like that. But man, it is a boxing match. To be fair, it's not Karate Combat. And I was kind of bummed to hear that because the dude's 7 foot tall. But I saw him fight before, and it was bad. Guys like Gumby bad. And the guy, hopefully that guy learns how to throw a punch between now and December. But he's done the influencer fights before, and he's no. But he does have a massive reach advantage on Ben, and that kind of freaks me out because it's not Karate Combat. If it was Karate Combat, Ben could just bulldog tackle him and make him wear his weight and beat him down. But since it's a boxing match, this guy, his jab is probably a foot longer than Ben's. Ben's going to really have to get inside, work the body, throw uppercuts, stuff like that. Hope we got to get Ben on his head movement. You know what I'm saying? But all good. So there you go. Well, T-Lock Eye says Ben has heart, but Ben can't fight. Well, he's 2-0, bro. He's 2-0. You know what I mean? Like what measuring stick? Like, what measuring stick are you using, first of all? And two, what influencer can fight? That's what I really want to know. Please tell me. You know what I mean? And to be fair, shout out to NFT Keith. NFT Keith can fight. He won his boxing match in Singapore today. And what's his name? Grimace also won his boxing match today. And Grimace also won his karate combat fight in the Mexico card when Ben won his first fight in Mexico. And Grimace is super cool. He's like friends with like Ice Bags from Kanpai Panda and stuff like that. Big shout out to Grimace, man. What a homie. NFT Keith, him as well. Both really good dudes. I'm glad they both won their fights. They're doing more traditional boxing, but dude, Keith is a bulldog. Like Keith fought for real. And he's one of the influencers that can fight. But yeah, hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. We already have 225 people watching this show. I am streaming on both Twitter and YouTube today, so the numbers are combined. I'm pretty sure I can like put it together or something like that. Yeah, but you guys are amazing. I do appreciate it. Somebody said in the chat, Crypto Mike, can you check the VRA chart? Verasity, huh? That's one we haven't heard of in a while. Yeah, I can put that on the list. Also, I am doing rate my port. Jake, give me a piece of paper, just a blank piece of paper. My notepad's back there. I don't want to rip one of that notepad. All right, perfect. So you didn't get a notification live. That's sad. Perfect. Yeah, everybody, make sure you smash the likes button if you haven't already. I'm writing my notepads down, VRA. All right, so let me give you the agenda for today. First of all, you guys rock. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's my bit talking about the fights. I'm super excited. Let's go, Bit Boy. And secondly, so we're gonna run through some stories. The crypto market is exploding. We're pumping, guys. Like the other day in Telegram, I posted Popcat and I posted Sui. And the day before that, I posted Phantom. And the three big winners right now are Popcat, Sui, and Phantom. So we out here. I literally said in the Telegram group yesterday, I don't even feel the need to post a chart right now because if you're in this group, you should be winning a trade as we speak. These are the days that make everything else worth it. And that was certainly true about yesterday. Let me tell you, that was amazing. So amazing. So, and yeah, Powell did break out of that downtrend, SWFL. Yes, it did. I actually noticed that because I just did that chart on the show yesterday, and that alarm went off, and I was like, holy shit, look at that. Very interesting. So cool. So going to run into a handful of stories, but first, let's just take a quick little overview of the crypto markets, kind of get a feel for everything. I mean, we know things are pumping, but to what degree are they pumping? Let's talk about, how crazy are we actually going here? So here we are, CoinGecko, Bitcoin 63,000. Let's go. Ethereum 2,400 and change. BNB 564. Solana in the 140s again. Remember every time I said when Solana's in the 130s, it feels cheap. Well, there you go. It's back to the 140s. I feel a Solana long coming from your boy here pretty soon. Dogecoin kind of still from yesterday, to be honest, a little bit. I mean, a half a penny. Toncoin 572, Cardano 35, Avalanche 26, Chainlink 1122. Not bad. But of course, the true here is that we want to get a fresh refresh here on CoinGecko, and we want to look at the top gainers and the top losers. Popcat 33%. 89 cents. Oh man, guys, we nailed this in the Telegram group. Like, I can't even stress to you how hard we nailed this trade in the group. We've been trading Popcat since the cipher in Barcelona, and I have been on this chart. And why is that? Like, how did I have such a pull on Popcat? Well, when you go to PHEMEX and you look at the altcoins that actually have volume to trade with, right here, Popcat 18 million in volume. Popcat has more trading volume on PHEMEX than Doge, Link, than WIF, than Cardano, than Optimism, than AVAX. Popcat is a top trading coin on PHEMEX. And because of that, when I isolate the coins that have volume, and when coins have volume, I pay attention. And I haven't stopped looking at the PopCat chart literally since the beginning, middle of the summer. And I could not be more proud of the traders in my Telegram group. Yesterday was one of those days where I got a bunch of DMs, a bunch of Telegram messages, a handful of emails, the charts. There's 2 channels in the Telegram group, and one of them is where I post my outfit, and the other one is where the people in the group post their wins or post their trades and stuff. And that is like blah, 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 blah of all winning trades coming from the group. So first of all, I just got to give a big shout out to everyone in my Telegram group. You are all just, you're killers is what you are. And if you're on the outside looking in and you want to make the very most out of this bull run, you want to catch big trades like Sui and PopCat and Phantom, guys, we nailed all 3. We have not missed. AJAlphaGroup@gmail.com. Send me an email, get yourself involved, and take your trading to the next level. And if you have a bunch of questions, if you're unsure, if you don't know what you're looking at, you need to learn, you have questions to ask me directly on Fridays. I'm not tomorrow, and normally on Fridays. Tomorrow I'm not doing my normal live stream. This live stream will not happen tomorrow, but at 2 p.m. tomorrow, we will be doing the members only live stream here on YouTube only. And if you're a member of the channel, you have access to the members only live stream. In the members only live stream, it is just for the Telegram. It is aimed at the Telegram traders, aimed at those charts I give you. We go over the setups I gave you and then how they played out and how we could have predicted that and where we went right, where we went wrong, where we can get better, how we can improve, what we can learn. And then I'll give you more setups in the group for that day. And then in the second half of the Telegram members only stream, there is an open Q&A. So if you have any questions you need to ask directly about the Telegram group, ask away during the members only live stream tomorrow. So there you go. We do have Rate My Portfolio on the docket today. I don't mind if we go a little bit over because Ben is not streaming. That's totally fine. We already got a portfolio in from Nicholas. I will do that in the last 10 minutes of the show. I'll probably keep it to 4 or 5 portfolios. So we already have one. So keep in mind on that. Blockchain Bonehead's in a good trade right now, Jay. It's in the chat. Okay, hold on. Oh, Blocky is killing it. Hell yeah. Crypto Junkie, will you do a new interview with the new CEO of Hedera since the last one stepped down? I'd be more than happy to. I have a few contacts at Hedera. I could certainly reach out. I have, while all that stuff was kind of happening, I did have to take a little step back because I wasn't sure what was happening. And then what, kind of the stuff with the foundation. Certainly, if you want to learn about that, check out my guy, the H-Bar Bull. I was just on his show last week, and he was someone that was directly affected by the whole stuff at Hedera. And to be fair, we need to differentiate the problem. What happened with Hedera was not Hedera. It was with the H-Bar Foundation. So you need to separate those two entities. They are not the same thing. Hedera should not suffer because this other thing made some mistakes. All right. And really, it's not that bad, but some people got pissed off. I'll leave it there. All right. Yeah. I mean, all projects have foundations. It happened. But Skittles McFly in the chat says, AJ Red's Crypto, you said it earlier this week. Scalping Nero ETH is juicy right now. I told you, bro. That one's crazy. Anytime, dude, Nero ETH is like some random altcoin that's in like the top 200, and it markets themselves as Doge's little sister. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, are you serious? Like, you know what I mean? But it has a crazy chart. It has a lot of volume on PHEMEX, dude. I beat that chart up. And there's a couple of setups for it in the group with scalp levels as well. So amazing. So going to start running through some of the stories here. A handful of them I'm just going to run through, and some of them I'll spend more time on. I do like to see stories like this. Cardano adds over 70,000 smart contracts in 2024. These are the types of metrics we want to see. So yesterday, there were 3 stories that stood out to me. An increase of whale transactions in Shiba Inu, an increase of whale transactions in Dogecoin, and an increase in whale transactions for Sui, I think. There was a third one. But basically, what you want to grab from that is, okay, when I see the same headline over and over and over about whales buying, whales buying, whales buying, those are the types of stories you see during a bull market. I don't remember seeing that specific metric over and over and over in the headlines, like a bunch of them together in a while. And when you see that, it's like, okay, I need to pay attention to this because obviously this is the time to accumulate. All right. So to make a metaphor analogy to that, when you start seeing stories like this, Cardano adds over 70,000 smart contracts. This is where you can physically see the success of the projects that are putting their heads down and building, putting their heads down and working. Because remember, Cardano in 2021 is a completely different project than what Cardano is now. In 21, Cardano didn't have NFTs. Cardano didn't have smart contracts. It didn't have any of it. It was a shell of what it is today. And when I hear there's a lot of like drama about Cardano, and I'm just like, why? You remember how good it did last time, and this time it has everything under the sun. It has putting on good numbers on the board like this. Do I think Cardano is going to be a top 5 mover in terms of percentage up and to the right in the bull run? No, I don't. But do I think Cardano is going to be a right down the middle pick that's probably going to 4 or 5x at least and do extremely well, like for a safe pick? Yes, I do. And guys, you have to understand that not every trader needs a 20x. Not every trader needs an 8x. My goal is a 4 or 5. I am fine with that. And so it's one of those deals where if you don't need to swing for the fence and you're kind of looking for a safer crypto pick, I think Cardano needs to be considered. But then again, if you're someone who is, has less than $100,000 and you're trying to 20x your bag, I would probably go with something riskier, to be honest with you. But it is good to see, Cardano picking up in metrics like that. It makes me happy. Good to see that. So a couple stories here kind of combined together. I want to pull this over. Hold on. There's 2 of them. Bitcoin, Puma. Okay, I can't find it. It's okay. I'll just go with this one. So SEC pushes Coinbase lawsuit discovery past the 2024 election. Good. Thank goodness. The SEC requested a 4-month delay in its legal battle with Coinbase, raising questions about political motivations and regulatory strategy. Well, guess what, everybody? 4 months from now, Gary Gensler is not going to be in the SEC. Trump's going to win the election. I'm glad that besides yesterday, we covered that story about the smoking chicken fish fly. You can't even make that story up from yesterday. But I was thinking, wow, this might be the last of like the erratic regulatory reactions that we see from the SEC, because if Trump gets elected, Gary's gone. And while they're delaying their Coinbase, while this is getting pushed back, Donald Trump, on the other hand, is out and about buying burgers with Bitcoin. Donald Trump becomes the first U.S. president to use Bitcoin for a purchase, making an historic moment as he buys burgers in New York City before a campaign rally. Absolutely amazing. His purchase took place at Pub Key, a Bitcoin-friendly bar in Greenwich Village, New York. The transaction, totaling in just under $1,000, was processed via the Strike app, a payment platform that operates on the Bitcoin layer 2 Lightning Network. That's why, Jada, when you were like, oh, it probably took an hour, I said they probably used the Lightning Network. They did use the Lightning Network. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But still, you should have shopped with Algorand. PubKey, known for its strong connection to the Bitcoin community, has become a hub for enthusiasts and serves as an educational space for those interested in digital assets. And I think that is badass. A Bitcoin-friendly bar in New York. Next time we're on the East Coast, Jada Hall, we are going to a Bitcoin-friendly bar. And I think one day I should open a crypto restaurant that makes the best food ever, except you have to pay with crypto, or you can get the fuck out. Or I want to have one of those restaurants where the people make fun of you the whole time. I'd be so good at that. I would be very good at that job. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be very, very much fun. I'd very much enjoy that. But yeah, I do love that Donald Trump buying. This is what we want to see, guys. I am tickled pink over the story. I really am. Like, he has totally changed his stance on Bitcoin. He's literally using to buy burgers. This is what we want to see as crypto holders. We want to see this kind of momentum paired with the SEC delaying lawsuits to after the election, paired with, look at this story. Bitcoin Lightning powers Louisiana's first ever crypto payment. Guys, the headlines I'm reading today, I have not seen a combination of headlines like today since the bull run. When you see, countries, states taking steps forward, you see whale transactions increase, you're seeing utility metrics increase, Trump's buying burgers, Louisiana is doing crypto payments. And then these stories. This is another one from today. Companies, big name brand companies, still moving forward into crypto. Puma, the shoes, little lion, rawr, partners with Web3 mobile game in a pivotal movement for mainstream adoption. There are the words. There they are. I'm going to zoom in real big. Mainstream adoption. Thank God. This is a great day. I'm having a great time. Puma's latest partnership could be a pivotal moment for mainstream crypto adoption and play to earn gaming. We all know the brand Puma continues its journey into blockchain with its latest partnership with Web3 Gaming. The German footwear conglomerate has partnered with a Web3 mobile game, UNKJD Soccer, to leverage Puma licensed content within the game. Here's a quote from someone. Puma's involvement lends significant credibility and visibility to the space, accelerating its acceptance. When established brands like Puma embrace Web3, it signals a shift in perception of blockchain technology from a niche to mainstream. Exactly my point. 100%. So we have globally recognized brands like Puma buying crypto. We have states using crypto. We have a former president, maybe to be the next president, buying burgers with Bitcoin. Whale transactions. You guys get the story that I'm cooking here. It's cooking. There's a big pot, and inside that pot is the bull run, but it's not ready yet. It's cooking. And I could not be more excited. Man, this is, I literally read through the news today. I woke up at 7:00 this morning and I read through, I don't know, 20 articles, and it kind of hit me all at once, holy shit, this is really happening. And maybe it's just because made a lot of money trading yesterday. Super happy about that. Maybe it's because the Fed 50 bips, 50 basis point interest slash as the Fed pivots with 50 basis points. Crypto rips. This is insane. This is insane. And this is just the beginning. If you feel like you've missed out, if you feel like you haven't got the gains yet, guys, don't worry. If you just missed, the Popcat pump or, the FET pump, there are so many more coins that are just so close to absolutely melting faces. Jasmine, for instance. I really like this project. I always have liked this project. We have 2-hour chart, inverse head and shoulders. All right. And look, the neckline, approaching the neckline. Another thing I really like about this setup, and the measured move from the current price to the top of that measured move is a 27% move to over 2.5 cents to 2.6. Not only that, look at this. It has changed structure into an uptrend. All right. So we kind of have this little ascending, sort of broadening channel here. And I think that the main target we need to be looking at right now for Jasmine is 0.215. This level right here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it better. This level right here. This is a big one for Jasmine to get, because if Jasmine breaks this line, it will have put in a higher high. But it has been putting in higher highs. It isn't an ascending channel. structurally speaking, this doesn't look bad, but this thing needs to get above that, officially break structure by breaking that last high, get through that neckline, and move through this inverse head and shoulders move. And you know how I know it's possible? Because FET, I'll actually show you the Telegram chart on this one, already broke through the neckline. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 2-hour chart. I mean, we have been trading these levels on FET from the summer. This whole move. If you remember 2 weeks ago, FET came to here. And I said, hey, look, a shoulder and a head, but it needs to come down to here to make the other shoulder. Guess what? That happened perfectly. Top to bottom, that was a 30% move in 12 days. And then it literally came down, touched this level at 105. It wicked below it, but basically a perfect retest. All right. And then from 105 through these levels to 119, made a 14% trade, a 21% trade, 27% trade to the price it is at now, a 44.9% move in 12 days. 12 days, guys. This chart, this was given to the Telegram group before here. Like, I can't stress this enough. And interestingly enough, look at where it actually touched this level at 154, but it did break through the neckline, because in these situations where you have a head and shoulders here, they're always not going to be straight across. Okay. And in this situation, you actually would draw it sideways like that. That is correct. All right. And guys, it just broke through the neckline. Look how much more it has to room it has to run to get to the measured move. We're talking a 58% move to $2.41. But it does really need to get above the 154 level. If you have not been trading FET, if you've been missing this move, if you did not catch the short to make the shoulder and the long to get to the neckline, you can still trade this coin. There is so much potential to make money on FET right now, or ASA, whatever you want to call it. I still call it FET. I also messed up and called it ASI the other day, but I'm still an idiot. 12-minute chart. And guys, we could consider the possibility that this could be a rejection. The curvature on the money flow is a little weird. We are coming down in the momentum wave. It is maybe about to print a dot down here eventually, but I would not feel comfortable shorting FET unless it closes a candle below the 50 EMA. And even in that event, even if you want to go support resistance, maybe right here around 150, maybe if it loses 150, we could get a target to 145, because I really feel I don't have a volume profile pulled up. 1 second. Because if you look at the volume profile, and I mentioned this the other day, you see this big gap in the volume profile, and this is why FET ran up that hill so fast. That is why we knew FET was going to run up that hill so fast. So in the event where, it could hang out right around here, like 146. It did kind of come up, stop, hit that level, run. That is possible, but I am keeping a very close eye on this trade. So let me put that line back to where it was. Sorry. So really with FET, I'm watching this level that it was before. You got to keep an eye on the local high, of course. Anytime a chart puts in a lower low or puts in a higher high, draw an alarm on that level. So 157 for FET. FET breaks 157, and it's above the 50 EMA. I don't hate going long with the tight stop loss. I don't hate it at all. That was the idea for every one of these levels, and it worked just about every time. All right. And the thing is, so we could put it here. We could consider shorting here from 150 as long as it closes under the 50 EMA. And from there, we have this target here, which would be about a 3% trade to 146. We have this level here that's not drawn on at 138, 8%, and back down to 133 would be an 11% move. So, guys, there are a lot of ideas right now. You just have to let the trades develop. You need to let time pass. You need to be patient, but you also need to pay attention. I think a lot of people get messed up trading because they just want to do it now. You have to really let time go by. You have to let it play its course. So, a lot of really good trades. I do have a handful of other trades I want to show you. Oh, I got to look at the Phantom chart I have a handful of things I want to talk about, but I got to get to the Phantom chart, and we'll look at the SWE chart as well. I'll save SWE for towards the end. All right. Phantom. All right. So this isn't the one that I gave the Telegram group, but we can just kind of break it down from here. We do have this level that was from TA way back here. All right. And it goes further back. Obviously, kind of put it in a slightly lower high here. And we have known, okay, this level is obviously important at 54 cents. Even if you just went off of this level that I know everybody had 25% in 2 days. Insane. And now structurally speaking, Phantom is looking really pretty. You guys can see how much I've traded Phantom, back previously, but, and also just like FET, just like Jasmine, shoulder, head, shoulder. This line here represents the neckline, inverse head and shoulder move, as noted before on this channel. Pull this. Oh, let me get this down here. Bop, bop, bang. All right. Get this measured move pulled up. Bop, bop, boom. All right. Let me straighten this out. It's hanging a little bit to the left. And from its current price, if this plays the rest of the move out, it still has another 35% to go to get to 85 cents. And guys, Phantom has been a big mover lately. From the 25-cent low in August, it has moved 162% in the past 45 days. Not bad. Even when you come in on the daily here, let me find a clean Phantom chart that doesn't have all the stuff on it. So even from where it is now to the top of the 2024 high, it's 100% away. Huh? What? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry about that. With Phantom here, it is literally 100% away. 100% away from its 2024 high. And that is absolutely insane. I couldn't be more bullish on Phantom if I tried. I really couldn't. And obviously, guys, a clear breakout. And the thing is that you got to use Phantom as an example, because a lot of coins haven't broke out yet. Phantom, SWE, PopCat are the exception. They are the exception. A lot of other charts are still underneath that downtrend. A lot of charts still have not broke out yet. And you really need to pay attention to that and make sure that you identify, if you're day trading, which of these charts that have volume have not broke out. Where can I set these alarms? How can I react to the market and get in on a trade that has volume to get out of, where in an example that has not broken out. So guys, sorry, I forgot to switch the screen there. I hate when I do that. It's super embarrassing. I know you guys want me to look at SWE. Amazing. Yeah, I wouldn't be against talking to the TravelX people on Algo. I know they're building big things for sure. Okay, so I have a handful of stories. So we talked Louisiana, we talked Puma. Oh, of course. We do have to just take a look at the story here. Whale traders spark PopCat rally. It breaks into the top 100 gainers list. Where is PopCat? In all actuality, like, where is it in terms of 85 by March? Wow, PopCat is in the top 100, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the tokenomics. Look at the tokenomics on PopCat. OMG, perfect. This is a quant scenario right here, except it has momentum. Imagine that. We did get a $10 super chat from Mackie Powers for the Rate My Portfolio segment. Let me get a screenshot of this thing. It's not letting me screenshot it right now. Fantastic. What is happening with my computer? I can't wait to buy a new computer. It's going to be fantastic. All right. So, hey, Jake, can you plug this into my charger? My computer's going to die. So we talked about PopCat. All right. There was a Telegram bot, Banana Guns users drained of $1.9 million. 36 people suffered losses, accounting to nearly $2 million in Ethereum. That is obviously a really big bummer, everybody. And know that, you know, getting hacked is just such a bummer, right? But every time, at least I have seen, I've been hacked before. It was my fault. I own it. I own that mistake. My fault. And I feel like most of the time when someone gets hacked, if they're really being honest about it, there was something they could have done to have stopped that from happening, to prevent from getting hacked. And use your head, use common sense. Don't connect your wallet to things you don't know, to things that aren't verified. Especially on Telegram, that it can get weird on Telegram. I have a Telegram group, but I'm not asking anybody to connect their wallets to it. It's just for information. It's just for charts and ideas. You know what I mean? So guys, just be careful out there. I would, I've seen some really bad things happen to people in crypto, and that stuff does freak me out, and I don't want anything to happen to my grogger. So you guys are my homies. All right. Obviously we mentioned this, but the Fed makes an aggressive 50 bips cut amid recession fears. Major banks increase recession probabilities following the Fed's decision. But guys, that doesn't count, because they changed the definition of a recession. A recession is not a recession. It's just Bidenomics. It's not a recession at all. So I don't know what they're talking about. They're losing their minds. Or what do we call it? Oh yeah, the opportunity economy. God, that is hilarious. All right, so I'm just checking the rest of my stories. I had so many tabs pulled up this morning. It was literally crazy. We talked about Trump and burgers. We talked about 50 bips. I'm just going through my stories. Oh yeah, this is a story from yesterday. We talked about Ben's fight. I do just want to say this is my last public live stream of the week. I do have members only live stream tomorrow at 2:00. But for all of you people out there, I do have a live giveaway on Twitter for VeChain. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is to like and retweet the tweet. 3 winners. There are 6 winners altogether. 3 of them win the new V Better DAO t-shirt as pictured right here, UFC V Better DAO. 2 winners will receive the full merch pack, which is a VeChain bag, the hat, the shirt, a notepad, a UFC VeChain phone charger, which is dope, by the way. It works really well. I have one. And a keychain. 2 people win that, and 1 person will win $200 in VET. And all you have to do is like and retweet this tweet right here. Copy. I will paste this into the chat for anybody who wants to get involved. And if you're watching this on Twitter, all you have to do is head over there and check it out. It has 812 likes, 655 retweets. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty solid merch giveaway there. And guys, you guys know how much I love doing giveaways. Literally, we were just kind of thinking, well, what's going to continue to do for more giveaways. I do have a market cipher giveaway coming for the Telegram group. Only people in the Telegram group can win that one. Giving away 2 1-year subscriptions. We just gave away $1,000 from Algorand. We're going to have another Grogger drop coming relatively soon. And we'll certainly do some more giveaways here and there for all the things, for merch, for crypto, for everything. So everybody loves giveaways. Puma is not a lion. Well, I think it is. No. So ever since we've been hanging out in Las Vegas, I must say that we went to the fight with CryptoFace, and CryptoFace is one of those like contagious people that like says these dumb little like hilarious phrases, and like you just find yourself like repeating him. It's like a quotable movie, like when you watch a movie like Superbad and then you quote that movie with your friends for like the next month. That is what it's like hanging out with CryptoFace. And his best quote is a 2-letter word. No. I don't know why it's so funny, but he'll just say no out of nowhere, and it's so dumb, and it's very funny. So big shout out to my boy CryptoFace. Mad love. All right. Yeah, there are a lot of people on the show right now. We got 310 people watching on Twitter and 225 people watching on YouTube. I appreciate you all. Make sure you do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We really, really do appreciate you. Somebody's swapping their algo and H-bar for a coin we've never heard of. Congratulations. All right, so I still never got my screenshot of Mackie Powers' yeah, I can't take screenshots anymore. Okay, that's cool. All right, so I do want to look at the SWE chart that is on the agenda. How long have I been streaming for? Okay, 40 minutes, not bad. So guys, yesterday during the show, we did 2 things on the Bitcoin chart. I pointed out to you that during the show, Bitcoin was in this little descending wedge. Okay. And I was like, hey, maybe you should alarm right here. And I also said, it's probably safer to long the break of this level. All right. Because on FOMC meeting days, the trading is always batshit. Like, so this is, if you probably make this a larger chart, like a 30-minute or a 45-minute, see that right there? Let me really get rid of market cipher here for a second. Get rid of the volume profile so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Really zoom in on this bad boy. Okay, you see this when it comes up, it comes all the way down. That's basically a whipsaw. That's not a perfect whipsaw in terms of how the candles are set up, but that's the idea of a whipsaw. All right, so really, you could have longed the break of this level. You still could have got more than a full percent out of that. And out of Bitcoin, a full percent is good. If you can get a full percent trade out of Bitcoin, you're doing crazy, because it doesn't move as fast as altcoins, but it really 1.7%, right? And then it literally kisses this level that I also gave you before any of this happened. And then it comes back down into the wedge. It comes back to this support resistance line, touches it perfectly, and then breaks back out of all three levels. All right. And this is why you leave your alarms on. You leave it on. You go to your alarm. All right. So for instance, say we wanted to do this alarm right here. You go to the clock. You click once per bar and click create. So that way, when things happen multiple times, you still get notified. Because if you only did it once, you would have gotten this trade. This trade would have gave you mad whiplash, and then you might not trade again. But I think a lot of times, guys, there's a difference between chasing a trade and a difference between, okay, I have more information now. I know what to do this time. And this is certainly one of those situations. If you hit this trade, or if you hit this trade and lost it, or hopefully hit this trade and scalped it, and then patiently waited for the next bounce, because the truth is that depending on how much leverage you had, if you went from here, the initial break to the top, it was 5% in less than a day on Bitcoin. Like, you have to let the trade play out, because a lot of people get caught up in this stuff. And if this is enough to get you out of this trade, I don't know what to say. You get my point? Like, you got to be able to ride the roller coaster. You have to be able to buckle your seatbelt and ride the roller coaster, because it was very obvious that Bitcoin was going to break out of here. I even gave you this level for a little safety level, and I even gave you this level for a post-breakout safety level. And really, if you look at the bodies of the candles, the bodies never closed above this until here. So really, this was the safer level. And this was top to bottom, 4.9%. Like, man, it's all there, ladies and gentlemen. It's all there. And Bitcoin right now. So what about right now? All right. So Bitcoin is, kind of certainly rocket shipping right now, but we have to appreciate the conditions. All right. And the conditions is that it's technically still in a downtrend from back in March. All right. So, I mean, technically it's in an uptrend if you want to, if you go from here, do one of these. Yeah, you could say that too. All right. But my point is that locally, we're still in this like sort of flaggish looking setup. And my point is, you always want to focus on structure. And I will say the word structure over and over and over and over until it's burned into your head, because it is the most important thing when it comes to like how to approach a trade. Like what is the environment we're in? What is the structure? All right. And this, we gotta break this level. I mean, this is a must. Bitcoin has to get above 65,000. It has to. All right. 6-hour chart. We're looking pretty. We're above the 200 EMA. We're above the 50 EMA. We're might get a bull cross on the 6-hour here soon. Bitcoin is moving up and moving fast. What we don't want to see is this thing kind of scallop over, print the dot early, and fall off the hill. Like, we really don't want to see that. We want to see Bitcoin. It could stutter step. Obviously it could do like it could do one of those. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, we need to get above 65,000, because we need to put in a higher high to change the structure. And then it's all about this level. We honestly, this big downtrend that has started since March, we honestly can't have a real bullish conversation until Bitcoin breaks out of this level. And if there is one alarm you set from watching this show, if there's one thing you do on TradingView, it is to set this alarm on Bitcoin. And how you do that, you come over here, you go to this high, and you draw a line across and touch this and this and this as best you can. All right. That is the level that matters. All right. And from where we came from, I mean, Bitcoin put in a higher low. That's great to see, right? And we are going to run out of room here eventually. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where, I mean, this isn't until well in the 25, and hopefully Bitcoin doesn't just sideways trade into the oblivion here. But, you know, there is an idea where the downtrend and the uptrend are going to run into each other. And, you know, I think Bitcoin's going to break out. I think Bitcoin could be over $100,000 by the end of the year. I really do. But you got to start at the beginning. And the first thing Bitcoin has to do, in my opinion, is break that level. I did want to, here, let me pull a clean Bitcoin chart, because I want to see, the dollar. I want the daily, yes. Guys, remember when I was talking about the death cross on Bitcoin on the daily chart? Look at what happened. It didn't happen. I knew it. You see how it's coming like this? It got close, but it didn't cross. That is so bullish. I can't even tell you. That's like more bullish than a bull cross. The fact that it did not death cross. Look at that. Hold on. Take a picture of it. Get it tattooed on your forehead. This is amazing. Look at that. The EMA said, nope. I'm good, fam. I don't want to go under you again. And that, man, I am very happy to see that. So we just got to be aware of the overall. See, it makes a lot of sense when you forget about your emotions yesterday and you look at like this nature of this up down nature of this down channel. Okay. There has to be a point where it goes, because we very easily, Jay, my MacBook's not plugged in. Maybe it's okay. It's this cable here. I just got the low battery sign, because like we could easily fall under here and come back down. We could easily come up to this level and get shut back down. I just want you, it's a very simple idea. I know a lot, if any experts are watching this, you're like, all right, AJ, I get it, move on. But I'm just driving that home to everyone that it has to break out. That is obviously very important. But people get caught up and people load their bags completely and keep no dry powder and have no backup plan. I'm just telling you that there is still room to be bearish. There is still room for a reversal. We're not home free yet. That's all I'm saying. An air of caution. That's all I care about. I know someone wanted to see Verasity. That's a coin I haven't looked. Oh my God. All right, this is for whoever in the chat wanted to see this one. So it is 77% down from that's its 2024 high. Wow. Damn, this thing had a good start to the year. It would be a 342% pump back to 2024 high. And what I really don't like about this one, guys, is that it put in a lower low. That's really not good. And it also kind of has this curved looking downtrend. Also not my favorite, because curved downtrends are hard, because like you could like want to draw it like this and you're like, oh, we got a breakout. But I'm like, yeah, but the downtrend's curved. So where is that really? So you kind of got to be aware of that. Obviously this level right here could not be more important, because this is like the floor that has to be beat. I mean, this level even goes way back to here and here. This level has been involved since 21. So be aware of that alarm at 0.0046. VRA gets above that alarm, we can have a conversation. It has closed on the daily chart above the 50 EMA. Really good to see. Does have a gap in the volume profile. You see how we're here, and then it kind of goes into nothing. And then the point of control, where the most volume is, actually sits above that support resistance line. That's actually kind of bullish, that there is a lot of volume up there, which is 44.8% up the hill to the point of control. There might be some gains to be had here on Verasity. Coming into market cipher B, certainly played out a little hint of bullish divergence kind of a double bottom here with like anchor wave, trigger wave, push up into the momentum wave. It is still a little bit in the red, but it is pushing out of the red. So just certainly keep an eye on that. I do want to see the dual band strength index. It's negative 110. So you really want a number above a 14. Check market cipher A. Nothing crazy. We do have the blue triangle, but sometimes a lot of those print. And Dario Watson envelope. Nothing much on there. High IQ. Any arrows? Oh, we actually had an exit. That's not good. Sometimes that always doesn't tell me what I want to see. Bollinger Band. Oh, okay. So we did have a squeeze on the Bollinger Band, and this actually has broken out of the Bollinger Band, which is actually kind of a sign that this thing might, it could like come back down into this before it moves on. That is very possible. Kind of moving into the 2-hour chart on Verasity. Wait a minute here. Hold on a minute. Yeah, a little bit of bearish divergence forming here. You see how it's like, going this way as the chart's going this way. We really kind of want to keep a close eye on that. I don't think this is a coin you can day trade, so I'm not going to go as far to give you like scalp levels, but kind of moving in on the 2-hour chart. You want to, obviously, this level here could not be more important. Could not be more important because it was the floor here. It was the ceiling here. We got rejected from it before we broke out, and then we broke out. So Verasity losing this level certainly separates, at least locally, this value area low to this value area, I would say mid, not value area high. But that level there, certainly put an alarm on that if you're a VRA holder at 0.0020325. All right. And then coming up the hill a little bit. Yep. I would say, yeah, right there. This is 20374. And so basically, I don't really care about this. I care about the break of it. So there are those two levels on Verasity at 20325 and then 20373. That's how I would view VRA right now. And then lastly, someone to look at Sweet, and then we'll move on to rate my portfolio. But right before we do that, guys, I just want to say thank you all so much for being here. We have over 200 people on YouTube and 360 people watching on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We really do appreciate it. It's a very easy click for your finger, but it means a lot for me and the algorithm. We've been picking up steam on this channel since we came back in August, and I could not be more excited. So let's look at that THWE. Oh, no, you don't get that one. You don't get that one. No, you don't get that one. No, that's for the Telegram group. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Don't you dare go back and screenshot that. Wink, wink, wink. Yeah, I want like a clean chart. I want it clean. Like clean. I'm just saying things to trigger Jada, and it's working. All right, so let's start with the daily. First of all, guys. Is SWE's entire existence just an exaggerated cup and handle? I'm kidding. No, it's not. But I mean, that's a big handle. All right. There's a point where I'm like, okay, chill, bro. But the daily setup looks really good on SWE. Really good on SWE. Do I think we're going to pay the piper eventually? Is this thing going to eventually come down before it comes out? I think so. But we do have to appreciate kind of the crooked looking head and shoulder here. If you want to extrapolate that, which you very well could. I would not. It's a little too crooked to be head and shoulders. But what's important is you could even kind of cup and handle maybe. But this formation. The oscillator kind of squeezing out, the red leaving, kind of coming in, up in the VWAP, coming up in the money flow. We're pending a daily cross on the EMA. And once that daily cross happens, that's when it will be easier to figure out where SWE is going to come down. Because once this EMA continues to creep its way up, so say the 50 EMA here, let me change it to red so you can follow. So once this 50 EMA kind of gets going here, we'll be able to say, okay, SWE could come here and continue and come here and continue. That's much more common. But until that EMA cross happens, it's kind of hard to judge where it could fall based off of the EMAs. But we do have a couple really easy support resistance lines to be aware of on SWE. First of all, this wick level here. If SWE decides to turn around with the local point of control far below the current price action, we want to see it hold 111 and a half. All right. We lose this level, you go short for sure. All right. And also look at this kind of overhead. See where it is right now. All right. You kind of got this level here. You can even squeeze this up just a little bit to really get into this as well. That level is 142. And obviously there are some levels in between there. If you're in the Telegram group, you know all about that. But guys, and what I always say in these situations is, look how this is. I can't really draw a straight line here. A straight line doesn't do this justice because this is certainly a curved uptrend. Let me try to draw it the best I can. Hold on. I'm really bad at drawing. All right. Kind of like that. And, there probably will be a SWE short here pretty soon. Probably. All right. Because anytime anything moves that fast, it has to come back down to reality eventually. And I think it could still be a mad performer big time. But like even right now, like on the 12-minute, kind of losing this last low here, closing below the 50. I don't hate a SWE short this second. I don't, because look at the volume profile and you see how it's gapped out and you see how fast SWE moved from here to here. That's because look, there's no fucking volume there. So when you come from, from this wick up to this level it's at, that's an 8% gap up, which is a 7.3% move down. It very well could land back here around 122. It very well could. I don't hate the idea. I really don't. Or at least if you want to target this wick here, which is fine. There is a little bit of volume there at 128, and that kind of more does coincide with the level of the 200 EMA. I don't think SWE is going to immediately lose the 200. I think it could come and bounce to 200 and fight. I think that's more likely. But if you want to get fancy, if you're going to roll the dice on a 3% short there, I don't hate the idea. But understand that this thing has broken structure big time. This thing is now in its own uptrend. All right. And when you're shorting, you're going against the grain. Like this this is certainly, well, I kind of draw it like that because it hasn't even got there yet. This is an uptrend. So when you're longing, the trend is your friend, right? So if you short in this situation, now that it has broken structure, you are scalping. Understand that you're not going to short this forever. If you short this, it is a quick game, very quick game. I do want to see the dual band strength index. Yeah, we got a 15 -5 on the 6 hour to the bear side. 2 hour DBSI 14 -5. There, Watson envelope has 2 reversal triangles on the Lux Algo indicator there. A little diamond on market cipher. High IQ doesn't have much. And the Bollinger Band is at the very top of the Bollinger Band. So yeah, there is certainly it might have to take the gas off the pedal a little bit. I mean, guys, look at this situation, right? It came down here, it popped up, and look at what happened. Zoom. It came down a little bit. And where did it bounce off of? The 200. And then it continued on. All right. So if you can kind of use what happened right here as like an example of what could happen right now, had a really strong move up. All right. We went, 100% in 7 days. All right. And then from that tippy top to the first bottom here, the next 4 days, it fell 27% down the hill. All right. So when we're kind of talking, now this most recent move from say here to the top, 83% up in 16 days. I wouldn't be surprised to see it give 20% back and come to the 200 and continue on. So really, if you're trading SWE or if you want to trade SWE, obviously be careful. Anytime you go short, make sure you're watching those short scalp levels that I gave you before. But the big levels to watch are 110, 111, or 142.6. If you want more levels than that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to go over and join the Telegram group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Take your trading to the next level. I am really trying to make a screenshot work. The command 4 button just does not want to work, but I do want to do rate my portfolio, and I do have one portfolio from the beginning of the show, my guy Nicholas. Let's jump into it. We have a $15,000 portfolio. That's 55% Jasmy. Holy shit. 20% Pyth, 17% Ondo, 8% Algo. Not sure to add more Algo or add another project, and I'm looking for a 10x. All right, Nicholas. Well, first of all, even if it's in a coin I like, when there's bad distribution, there's bad distribution. And I really like Jasmy. I do. But not would I ever put 55% of any coin into any portfolio. Because your success is 100% tied to the success of Jasmy. If that's how much you trust it, if you're willing to have that much conviction on one project and not spread yourself out at all, that's a chance. That's your choice to make. But there is a beauty to diversification, because if you're super confident about something and it doesn't work out, well, you have 7 or 8 other coins to fall back on. So I get what you're trying to do, and it might work, because I like Jasmy. But man, you gotta be careful with this kind of distribution. With Pyth and Ondo, I like the picks, but realize they both have shit tokenomics. And be aware of the cliff unlock dates for both of those coins. Make sure you watch my Ondo price prediction I just put up on this channel the other day. Be aware of that. There's a little linear leak bleed that's kind of irrelevant. It's the unlock that matters. And I believe it's like 120 days from now, 118 days from now, Ondo, that supply is going to increase by 134%. Be ready for that. All right. 8% algo. So really, man, I don't hate your bag. I think you put your balls on the table. That's for sure. You're not scared. But man, there is a beauty to diversification. I think you're kind of sleeping on some of the AI narrative there. I think there's some must-have coins that you don't have. I mean, your bag is certainly, your picks are aligned with your goals. So if we kind of go into Coin Market Cap here and look at, so your picks, Jasmy, Pyth, Ondo, Algo. So where do we even see one of those? All right. There's Pyth 73, Algo 75, Jasmy 78, Ondo 80. So I mean, you're not holding a single coin that's inside the top 60. You know what I mean? Your picks, the largest pick you have is Pyth by market cap at 73. So I do applaud you, Nicholas, in the fact that you're aligning your goals with your coin selection with your goals. You are doing that. You're not anywhere near the top 50. And that's good for the X's for sure. Those are the types of coins that will put up those types of numbers. But if this portfolio was 25% Jasmy, Python, Algo, I would like it way more than heavy 55% anything. I think your likelihood of achieving your goal, unfortunately, is pretty high, to be honest. I think it's probably pretty good. But if anything happens with Jasmy, you're in big trouble, young man. I can't give you anything higher than like a 72. I can't. That the distribution's not there. I'll give you like the C. You're passing. You're not getting A's or B's, but you passed. That's how I feel about this portfolio. Good picks, bad distribution. I really would love to take screenshots on my MacBook to show you guys the portfolios I'm doing, but it's not working. I don't know what I did or why it's not working, but yep, it's not happening. So I am going to read these portfolios to you. There's only and Nicholas did buy Jasmy at low lows, as he said in the chat, as in it became 55% of his portfolio. So that does change things. But of course, continue DCA into projects to offset that. I would be waiting for a SWE retest. The graph at 15 cents right now is a fucking deal and a half, dirt cheap. I'd be looking that direction. Yeah. Yeah, but I need to show them specifically. It's not working. I'm not worried about it. But thanks for that clarification, Nicholas. Oh, okay. I got it the word. Holy shit. Mackie Powers got a $10 super chat for a portfolio right here. As I'm pulling that up, make sure you take a quick second, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter if you're watching on X. We have a bunch of people watching on Twitter. I do applaud Elon for working on the algorithm. He does. His goal is to, make Twitter YouTube. Basically, he wants to encourage video creation happening on Twitter, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. According to my numbers here on StreamYard, I have 215 people watching on YouTube and 404 people watching on Twitter. That's pretty sweet. So, guys, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I am going to dual stream this stream from now on since the algorithm has changed in the favor. Because I remember I do it on Twitter and it would be like 38. And I'd be like, what am I doing? So, shout out to Elon. Mackie Powers, $10 super chat. 45,000 in Python. Mackie, you've been here long enough to know just to give me the percentage, bro. Come on. 45,000 Python, 35,000 Arrow. I'm sorry. 28,000 Caspa. I like it. 22 GFI, 16 Flux, 10 Ondo, 156,000 total. Looking for a 6. Once again, if it was an even distribution of everything, I'd like it a lot more. I think Arrow, I'm not impressed with Arrow. It did well at first. I'm worried if that was a flash in the pan, it might have been. But I need to see something with Arrow. I do like the GFI pick. I think that's a sleeper. I like Ondo and Pyth, but be aware of the tokenomics. And I like Caspa. It's not a bad pick. I think there are some people that are like super tribal Caspa people that are like, what do you mean you don't have Caspa in your portfolio? And I'm like, dude, it has only gone up. Like it's going to have, like, I don't want to buy a coin that's strong in Fibonacci right now. Like, we're on the verge of an explosion in crypto. I want a coin that's like below the 618 that's going to come back to 2024 highs and keep going. I don't want a coin that's, almost at the top. Like, that's already in the top 30. Like, Caspa, if you've done well on Caspa already, great job. But really, like, how much more do you want? The mindset of tribal Caspa holders is the mindset of traders that I've seen ride it to the bottom last market. That's all I'm going to say. But I don't hate the pick, but man, I've just been down this road before, bro. I think you're missing some pretty big picks, Mackie. You're missing some big picks. I wouldn't mind an even distribution. I wouldn't mind. It's not, Pyth is big time ahead. If it was like, if you went like, 25 Pyth, 25 Graph, 15 Arrow, 20 Caspa, 22 GFI, and left the rest, or maybe added like something like Arweave, or I can't put my finger on it. I think like it's so down the middle. I don't mind the Flux pick. I think that's kind of a sleeper. What is GFI at right now? Let me GFI Goldfinch. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do see your point with Goldfinch. Has pretty good tokenomics. 82 out of 114, almost 83 out of 114. Yeah, only 200 million market cap, outside the top 250. So that's kind of like your big upside pick. And I really think that is a good one, to be honest. So you got upside going. And further, I do want to know what Flux is at too. I haven't really paid that much attention to Flux, in all honesty. I know what it is, obviously. I just don't. Yeah, Flux 255. So you do have some like outside the top 250 picks. So you're certainly going for the upside. But Mackie, the thing is that like if you're looking for a 6x, why are you taking on that much risk? You know what I mean? Like you have the bag of someone trying to 12. But like I said, the point of this segment is to determine the likelihood of you achieving your goal. And Mackie, if you're only looking for a 6x with this bag, I have to give you a 95 because you're going to achieve your goal with that bag. but I don't like the distribution. I don't like, I think you're taking on too much risk if you're, you have the bag of someone that's trying the 12, like I said. So, yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Not bad. All right. Amazingness. So, guys, that is all I got today. I am going to do a little teeny giveaway really quick. I am going to do this little thing. Don't go anywhere. I'm about to do something cool. Make sure you smash the like. So you have 220 people on YouTube, 422 on Twitter. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I am trying to gift some memberships out on the chat here, but it's not loading for me, of course. Because I'm not doing this normal stream tomorrow morning. I will take tomorrow morning as like a time to write, a time to do things. But I will be doing members only stream tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm going to say 2 o'clock. I always change it. I'm going to say 2 o'clock for now. So certainly stay alert in the Telegram group. There will be some more setups coming your way. Let me close the chat and then bring it back because I can hear myself talk. That's weird. Because I want to give some memberships away. And also make sure likes have been smashed, everybody says. Amp Night, it's a pleasure. AJ's new name is Oracle. That's hilarious. Set your alarm for 2 tomorrow for sure. I don't want to start a poll. I want to show your support for AJ Writes Crypto. Buy memberships. And now it's loading again. I can't win here, guys. It's like they just don't want you to have a membership. All right. Well, I'm going to give about 30 more seconds, and if it doesn't load, I'm going to give up. I don't know. Maybe if I did it in YouTube, it would work better, but I wanted to give some memberships away so people could at least give it a chance. Because I do put a lot of work into my members-only streams. And membership. Oh, that's for me to join. Okay, I don't need to join. I'm him. But when I try to go to gifted memberships, it just spins and spins and spins and spins. So, all right. That's a bummer. Well, guys, become a member of the channel. Become a grogger. Get rich or get wrecked. That's what we do around here. And guys, I just want to say, man, that this has been a hell of a year. It's been awesome. It's been a hell of a ride. I really do appreciate all of your support. It is really crazy to me, how far we've come in a short amount of time here. And and it's because, I got to a point where I said, you know what, AJ, let's just put your head down and make it count. Put your head down and don't look up. And that's what I did, man. And I know so many people, and I know a lot of people probably watch this show because right now they're at work. They have one headphone in their ear. Or right now they're just trying to figure out a way to nail and claw, their way out of their situation. And crypto is the answer. And guys, I'm him. I did that. And I know what that's like. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to feel stuck. I know what it's like to not know what to do. And the answer is to work harder than you ever worked. The answer is to face what you've avoided forever. And seriously, I wish I got to listen to me when I was coming up, because I was just kind of bouncing off the walls, and I worked my way through it. I really did. So work your way through your problems. Pick up the phone and start dialing. That's literally the vibe that I'm trying to get across right now. And I do want to say, and a big shout out to Caffeinated Crypto for gifting 5 memberships. That was really cool of you, because I'm trying to get it to load on my end and it's not loading. So that was very nice of you. So everybody who just got a membership, hey, come hang out 2 p.m. tomorrow. We're not going to have the normal live stream, but we will have the members only. And guys, I'm going to say it for the final time. AJAlphaGroup@gmail.com. We are killing trades. I will show off, all the winners. I'll make a little post of all the plus 50s, plus 100, plus 80%, plus 20. I'll make that post for tomorrow's show, because I could not be more proud of the traders in my group. It's really cool to see people that have not found success trading to really hit their stride and be like, dude, I understand. I get it now. Like, I get it. Like that. When someone says that to me, I'm just like, okay, now rinse, repeat, and do it forever until you're a millionaire. You got it, bro. And pat them on the back like that. That's the vibe around here. It is get rich or get wrecked, but failure is not an option. I'll talk to y'all later. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Peace.